Hello, everyone. Mike Mosquito and Maureen.
Nylene.
The Buzz Podcast is on location in Tempe, Arizona for the HIMSS Arizona and Washington Summit this week. We've got some special guests joining us all day here in the podcast. And Neal's joining us as new to his role at C1, right?
Yeah.
Neal, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So thank you. Thanks for having me. First of all, it's exciting to be here and be in Arizona. And this is a little bit recent, like you just said, recently joined, but I've been a part of Arizona HIMSS, a health community for 15 plus years now.
Okay.
So spent some time helping found a telemedicine company and building out before telemedicine was even cool or even known about. Okay. That was this pre-pandemic.
Oh, yes.
Telemedicine.
Nice.
And so did that for several years, building that out nationwide.
And then you transferred to C1. So what kept you excited and engaged to want to stay in healthcare? Because you could have chosen something else. In fact, there's no shortage of problems to do.
That and, healthcare has always been a passion of mine. Almost became a doctor and was guided from that path.
Right.
I wanted to stay helping in some way, shape, or form. So the melding of technology and patient care, healthcare was just an natural fit. So coming to C1, that's exactly what we talk. Different side of the technology. We're in the technology that enables LX, secure structure, communication within a healthcare organization. Without the technology, really helps solve those business problems that we kind of heard about today.
Yeah.
It's not the technology, it's the business problem first. And then the technology thing comes alongside of it.
It's the backbone. It really is. If you don't have all of those pieces that you just talked about, all of the software has nowhere to live and be free.
True. Very true. And then it helps not only the teams within those organizations, but what really drives me as an individual is seeing the patients and how it helps in patient care and the continuum of care as well.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, you're new over there at C1. What gets you and got you excited? You answered that before I could get it out of my mouth because you're about the patient, the end game, which is what healthcare is all about. One, how to create well care, not sick care, right? You're trying to solve a problem.
Upstream, I use that word a lot. I think a lot of times our healthcare system is reactive. I think they're getting more to a point where they're focused on preventative care, that upstream, trying to get patients engaged with their healthcare like they do with their cell phone and their soul.
Right.
Just really trying to make it fit the patient's model as opposed to the other way around, which is the way healthcare was designed for so many.
And that's the way that it should be. Okay, I want to switch and go a little bit of a different direction, though, because you've been involved, you said, with HIMSS for 15 plus years. And the Arizona HIMSS and the Washington chapter melded together this year. It took a totally different experience. Why did you choose to lay your money down from a C1 perspective? Because, my gosh, there are so many opportunities to spend as a vendor. How do you think about
Yeah, it's a really good question because it isn't an important thought process. So for us and for me in particular, Arizona is on the cusp of so many things in healthcare, and a lot of the health systems here and the organizations are really driving what the rest of our country does. And so it's exciting to be a part of it and then hear what those individuals are talking. Decisions that they're making, the solutions that they're putting into place, both the positive and the negative, as we've heard throughout the day. So it was really a no-brainer to help sponsor and be a part of it. And then on top of it, to be the media sponsor, just to engage with you two, as funny and entertaining as you guys are. I mean, that just makes sense, right? I mean, so much better than what I could do on my own.
Well, we talked about this. I mean, let's be honest. You have a very specific set of skills that are your blessings. And then Mike and I we just act up. So, yeah.
And to let everyone know out there, this is the media sponsor for the summit. So he actually laid his money down on providing the media outlets that you see, the photographer that's behind the camera right now. All that money is going towards getting this message back to you. Some of you are going to hear it. Some of you are going to see it. But this is the driving force, someone that has been in the industry for over a decade, coming up on 2, but knows that this organization is on the precipice of blowing up what's happening in the Western region. And that's so good to see that you're laying bets down and seeing footsteps that are leading to bigger, better things for your company.
We love being involved. We love healthcare as a vertical industry. So we just love groups like this, people like you all, and then the individuals that they spoke to. It's just such a value.
That was the biggest part. The speaking today, the panels today, they spoke their truth.
Oh yeah, they do.
That's the one thing about this summit I can say. A lot of conferences come together and you get talking heads on stage and they say all the nice things, all the politically correct things, and people go away and before they get to their cars, they forgot what the last panel said, right? Today, a lot of people drop knowledge that was a truth of consequences if you don't.
And well, what I really enjoyed, Q&A that took place afterwards, even though my question didn't get picked.
Just that's Maureen's fault.
Come on. But the questions were chosen and how the individuals answered after those questions off the cuff. They weren't prepared. They didn't know what those were. And so it was really good. And I think you guys have a lot of value and experience in the space. So even you engaging in those questions times during the days time was really.
Well, I really appreciate not only you, but C1 for agreeing to be the media sponsor. Truly cannot thank the work that you are doing enough because at the end of the day, it's an unsung hero. It's not the exciting things that people are going to see on the front end. As a nurse, I'm not necessarily going to know what C1 empowered me to do, but thank you for what you did.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having us.
So for those out there that are going to be watching or listening to this, we've got Neal and C1 that have joined us as a media sponsor for the Arizona and Washington HIMSS Summit this week. But the truth is, he's powering the technology that's all over the floor that's going in his health systems. And we're looking forward to seeing new things out of Neal and C1 in the future. This is going to be a bigger show next year. It'll be in Washington State. It was just announced. More bigger and better sponsors, engagement from providers. And hopefully we'll be dropping some more buzz on this neck of the woods next year.
Can't wait.
I can't wait to see it. So until next time, follow, like, and subscribe on thebuzzpodcast.net. Until next time, you keep buzzing.